Elephants, the largest mammals on land. In India, they share their shrinking habitat with millions of people. Their need for land has placed them in conflict with humans in their fight for survival. Can the elephants in India survive the 21st century? On the outskirts of Orissa's capital city is Akthar. A large crowd gathers. They come to watch wild elephants emerge from the forest to play and bathe. An event that happens every day, like clockwork. And each year, more and more calves appear as the population grows. Elephants in India are held in high esteem, loved and worshipped for their strength, size, and intelligence. But they are also feared. Because when night comes, these giants become trespassers, raiding fields and orchards. This is the last of their habitat. Their wild food is running out. On the edge of this fragmented forest, 5 men wait. They are the Akthar Elephant Conflict Mitigation Squad. Armed with only mobile phones, sticks and flashlights, ready to react to any situation. The herd is in the vicinity, but locating them won't be easy. Considering their size, elephants can be extremely stealthy. In the orchard, in the spotlight, an elephant raiding mangoes. The rest of the herd is close by. And there are also human trespassers, mango thieves. They pick up fallen fruit to sell at tomorrow's market, unaware of the herd's presence. A recipe for disaster. The squad stops one thief from entering. Soon the herd will move on, and the squad will wait for the next call to action. Corbett National Park, nestled in the foothills of the Himalayas, kept fertile by the Ram Ganga River, the Asian elephant's natural habitat. Observing their behavior here is crucial to understanding why they trespass into the realm of humans. Elephants are social animals, living together in herds. They are fierce protectors of their young. The herd sticks together. They share Corbett with other grazers and predators. The elephants pick up the tiger's scent. Led by the matriarch, they retreat to safety. This big cat will not be feasting on a calf today. No risks are taken. There are many young calves in this herd, some less than a year old. Experienced old females escort them across the river to the thick forest beyond the Ramganga. Asian elephant society is matriarchal. Old females are leaders. The family is made up of an adult female or related females and their dependent offspring. The males are the only ones with tusks. Once the males reach adolescence, between the age of 8 and 13, they will leave the herd. Only when they are mature will they return to the herd in search of a mate. The big tuskers, experienced, battle-worn males, are most often loners. As the calves grow, they no longer rely on their mother's milk. They start to eat plants like the adults. They will devour fruits, roots, shoots, leaves, and grass, anything that grows in soil. By the time they reach adulthood, they'll be eating between 70 and 150 kilograms a day. The elephant's extensive foraging behavior shapes the landscape in which they live. It keeps their favorite grazing places clear of trees, opening up the forest. Less trees means more grasslands, vital habitats for other animals. The elephant's constant need for food is matched by their need for fresh water, to drink and to cool down in Corbett's oppressive summer. It's a treat for the young calves of the herd. Elephants are highly intelligent animals, constantly on the move, capable of traveling long distances to find their food and water. Older females lead the way on these seasonal forays, relying on memories passed through the generations to guide the herd. But now, they are in trouble. Outside of protected areas, wild food and fresh water are getting harder to find. It's late summer in Corbett. The herd has migrated to new pastures. Elephants need a home range of 300 square kilometers to get enough food and water to survive. Despite living alone, the big male tuskers need a lot more territory. The herd and their calves are safe here in Corbett. Enough space to move freely. 1,300 square kilometers of undisturbed forests and grasslands with fresh flowing water. They are the lucky ones. Asian elephants were once found from Syria to China. Today, there are less than 50,000 left. 60% of them live in India, spread across 4 major regions. The foothills of the Himalayas in the north, the northeastern states, the forests of east-central India, and the forested hilly tracts of the western and eastern Ghats in southern India. Beyond protected areas, many forests have vanished, cleared for expanding towns and cities, factories, roads, and irrigation projects. The forests that remain are like islands. To cross from one fragment to another, elephants now have to pass through human habitation. Here in Akthar, the herd finds relief from the heat. This is the only source of water for kilometers. 60% of the wild elephant population in India lives like this, surviving outside protected areas. There is not much to eat on this tiny island, but there is food just beyond. In orchards of ripening mangoes, which tonight the elephants will raid to survive. The squad picks up intel on the herd's movement from villagers. As night descends, village life slows down. Keep the elephants away from the mangoes. The squad takes precautions, guiding traffic. And then the herd arrives. The elephants must cross the road to get to the orchard. The squad risks their lives to keep humans and elephants safe. They are the on-ground early warning system. But sometimes the villagers don't appreciate the team's sacrifice. They blame them for their troubles. The herd's movements are unpredictable. Can the squad stop them from crossing into the orchards?
जा तू ऐसा पार्टी करने जा 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 है पड़ू माँ हाँ जा ए पड़ू जा छुआ को नेगी जा
The story is the same across India. In Assam, elephants enter large tea plantations. Here, forests have been cleared, leaving huge gaps in elephant habitat. To get from one source of food to the next, the elephants have no choice but to use the plantations as pathways to survival. Chaos is inevitable.
आ रहा है थोड़ा इधर अभी आया हिल गया इट्स कंफ्यूज्ड
But it is the villagers who have most to lose. The poor rice farmers. With nothing but fire and noise, they do their best to divert the elephants from their fields. Sometimes in vain. A farmer can lose an entire year's crop in one night. In Akthar, crowds have gathered along the national highway. The elephants are precariously close. They need to get to the forest, across the highway, to shelter for the night. Surrounded by people and noise, they are stressed and confused. The squad must hold back the traffic. For everyone's safety, the herd must be moved on. The squad finally creates a safe pathway for the herd, giving them the right of passage.
चलो प्रभु चलो
Tonight, there are no casualties because the conflict mitigation squad is the barrier between elephants and people. But this manual round-the-clock monitoring is not a long-term solution to the growing issue of human-elephant conflict. In Valparai in the Western Ghats, another story of conflict. 150 years ago, over 200 square kilometers of virgin forest was cleared to make way for tea and coffee plantations. Small fragments of forests were left for the wild animals. Humans and elephants coexist here in an uneasy truce. There have been fatalities. Between 1994 and 2019, 45 people died in elephant encounters. Most of them were not even aware that the elephants were there. Two visionaries have come up with a solution to make sure the people of the area are aware of elephant movements.
It's very difficult to separate people and elephants. The way forward is to look at how best that we can coexist with them.
If you look at this landscape in particular, this is a human-dominated landscape. People do come in contact with elephants here. But the biggest concern here is the loss of human lives. From our understanding of this landscape, how elephants use this place and how people also move about in this landscape, we got a sense of what could possibly be done to make things easier.
Most people in Valparai work in the tea and coffee plantations. They are constantly at risk of close contact with elephants. If there is a way to warn them of the animal's presence, fatal encounters can be avoided. So Ananda and Ganesh have developed a text message-based warning system.
யானை எங்க இருக்குங்கிற அந்த சின்ன ஒரு தகவல் கூட தெரியாம எதிர்பாராம தான் போய் ஆளுங்க வந்து யானைகள் கிட்ட சிக்கி உயிர் சேதாயிருக்கு போயிடுச்சு. அடுத்தது நம்ம வந்து பார்க்க போறது யானைகள் வந்து ஜூன் மாசம் அந்த டைம்ல தான் திருப்பி பார்க்க ஆரம்பிப்போம். ஏன்னா நாங்க கவனிச்சு பார்த்ததுல வந்து எப்பெல்லாம் யானைகள் துரத்தப்பட்டிருக்கோ எப்பெல்லாம் துன்புறுத்தப்பட்டிருக்கோ அப்போ வந்து நடக்கிற டேமேஜ் வீடுகளுக்கு நடக்கக்கூடிய சேதங்கள் அதிகமாக இருக்கு. சரிங்களா? இந்த எஸ்எம்எஸ் நாங்க என்ன பண்றோம்னா தமிழ்ல அப்புறம் இங்கிலீஷ் ரெண்டு பாஷையிலுமே அனுப்புறோம்.
People interested sign up for receiving these messages.
Right now,
4572.
During the day, elephant sightings are reported to the team.
சார் இங்கே மாணிக்க எஸ்டேட்டில் சூறக்காட்டில் யானை இருக்கு சார்.
From the epicenter of sighting, the team maps out a 2-kilometer radius, the zone where the elephants are likely to move within. Voice and text messages are sent to registered residents. From an average of 3 human deaths a year to none now, and not even one elephant mortality. But can this tech warning system be used across India?
It's not necessary that these systems would work this effectively in other landscapes, because we really need to understand elephants, their use of areas, habitats at much larger landscape level, and application should be at the local level based on that understanding.
Asian elephants are wide-ranging and nomadic. Their survival in human-dominated landscapes is a major challenge. But their future is in the hands of those who live near the last remaining forests and understand